What's going on, guys? My name is Alan, and I realized yesterday that my next upload was going to be my 300th video. Now, I have well over 300 videos, and 20 of them or so are privated, so this next upload is going to be my 300th public video that I had uploaded. And I didn't want it to be just a manhunt video. I wanted to do something that was kind of special. You know, I didn't want anything too spectacular, but I kind of wanted to make a video that was a little more special than just a Let's Play episode. That's what 200 ended up being, I think, was an episode of my San Andreas Let's Play. And I'm not even sure what episode. I mean, I knew back then when I was hitting that milestone that it was going to be in that Let's Play. And I just let it, I wanted something like this for that video too. But I just let the Let's Play go and just do that as opposed to, you know, making a special video or making something special like this. You know, a kind of sort of special 300th video. As I said, I really don't want anything too special though, because I don't have any ideas right now for what I could do. And I'm doing pretty good as far as the Manhunt Let's Play is going. I'm doing it every Monday and Friday. I'll leave a link to the playlist in case you haven't seen it yet. You may have stumbled upon this video, never heard of me before, never heard my beautiful, really kind of I don't know, I thought it was raspy, but it's not really. It's 6 in the morning, almost 7 in the morning actually, and I see, during the summertime I just have like the shittiest sleeping schedule. I will go to bed at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and you know, the past couple days I have been, I actually I'd stay up till like 11 or 12 in the afternoon. Well, 11 in the morning, but 12 in the afternoon or whatever. And I would go to sleep then, and I would wake up like at 5 or 7 in the evening or whatever. And that's not cool, because, you know, I can't fall asleep. And what I should do is just tough it out for, you know, however long until like 9 or 11 in the, you know, nighttime, and go to sleep then. But, you know, I've also tried doing that. You know, a couple of days back I actually I didn't really tough it out. It wasn't like I had been awake for 20 plus hours, but it was a decent amount of time. And I like, you know, I'm gonna go to bed at 12 midnight, and I'm gonna sleep until like 8 or 9 in the morning. Woke up at 2 that morning. That was a few days ago, so I was like, fuck. You know, I hate my sleeping schedule in the summer. And yeah, I mean, last summer it was pretty bad too. You know, yeah, I kind of wanted to make a video that was just going to be rambly. I didn't really want to some of my personal favorite videos that I have made are just videos that I make when I'm just rambling about several, you know, different things or whatever. And you know, one thing I have been doing lately is I've been PC gaming. I have been playing a lot of games on Steam Summer Sale. I've already talked about it a couple times in my Manhunt Let's Play. Again, watch it if you haven't seen it yet. I love plugging my shit. But anyway, you know, I bought some games on Steam. I bought shit, I don't know how many games I actually bought. I bought like 20, because I had 23 games on Steam right now, but a couple of years back I bought the original. I bought the first 3 Fallouts, Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and Fallout Tactics. And those are the ones that are, you know, I called them top-down one time, and someone got offended by that. I'm not really sure what you want to call them, but look up gameplay for Fallout 1 and 2. They're not first-person shooters or third-person shooters like Fallout 3 is. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are. I love those 2 games, by the way. Well, I love Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas and me are just not really cool. That game on PS3 was horrible. You know, it just did not want to work. You know, I've done pretty much everything in that game, and it does not want to work anymore. It's just I don't know, like, it was pretty fun. I mean, what I liked about Fallout 3 is it had there was so much in it, and so much of the side quests, the unmarked side quests. You know, Fallout 3 had a lot of side quests. It had like 10 side quests that were marked. It had like a trophy to them or whatever, trophy/achievement I should say. And they also had, like, when you'd start them, they would pop up saying new quest or blah blah blah. And in Fallout New Vegas, there were so many quests that became marked. And I think the reason that all the ones that were marked in Fallout 3 were linked to, as I said, to a trophy or achievement that you get via Xbox Live or PSN. And there's so many in Fallout 3 that weren't. So I loved how that was organized like that. There's that game. My problem with Fallout, another problem I had with Fallout New Vegas is New Vegas. You had this big civilization in the middle of the map, and there were so many just side civilizations across the map, and it didn't feel like post-apocalyptic to me. I could always see New Vegas from the sky. In Fallout 3, you had really two. You had two like trading spots, places that were civilized. Had civilization that was Megaton, Rivet City. Those were the only two in Fallout 3. There were several that sold you stuff, but those were the two main ones that I shopped at. There's also Tenpenny Tower, but I really don't count. I never really shopped there because there were quests involved with there were quests that linked Megaton and Tenpenny Tower, and I won't say what those were. If you've seen any Fallout New Vegas Fallout 3 gameplay, I mean you'll know what that are. You probably know what now. If you've even played Fallout 3 for fucking like 5 hours, you would know what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as Fallout goes. I was talking about Fallout 3. I was talking about the original Fallouts anyway. But yeah, I bought those a couple of years back, and they weren't really. I couldn't get into them. They're probably great games, but I could never get into them. And I bought them back when I had that shitty Dell from a little over a year ago. I had this really horrible Dell laptop, man. The thing was fucking horrible. But I got a new computer now, and it can handle the games pretty well. Like I've only installed, I think 4 of them. I installed Tropico 4, Hotline Miami, and Super Meat Boy. And I cannot get into Super Meat Boy. I'm not really sure why. I don't like the controls. And I kind of see they don't have a way to change them in game, but you can. There's a way you can go into the game's local files and change the controls a little bit. I still don't like them because you can't really change them to whatever you actually want. And I don't know, but it's a platform. If you've ever seen Super Meat Boy, it's a platformer. It seems like it'd be a fun game, but I really don't want to get into it. I also started playing TF2 and Team Fortress 2, if you didn't know. My computer can run that game pretty well. It's from what I've heard, that game, it doesn't really take a whole lot. It's processor heavy. I think the recommended processor for that game is a 3 gigahertz processor, and mine's only 2.5. But it runs the game pretty well. It runs it. I didn't change the settings, so whatever they are default, it runs pretty well. It's pretty smooth. No frame rate droppage. But yeah, that game has a really hard learning curve. That game is just not friendly to newcomers. Well, it is somewhat, but it requires you to get better. The game will not make you better. You have to really try and make an effort to get better. And Call of Duty, and I hate ragging on Call of Duty because it's what everybody does. Everybody's either kissing its ass or bitching about it. So I choose to not do either of them. But that game, it's what Call of Duty is good at is being an arcade game. It's good at being a game to just jump on and play. And you can get good at. There's a competitive sense to it, not just because of League play and Black Ops too, but it's just most of the people who play the game. It's really easy to play. It's really simple, and I like that. Call of Duty it could be a fun game, but it's got a people problem. It's got a really bad people problem, and with PC gaming in general, because how expensive it is to get a decent computer. I mean, you can buy my laptop as an Asus computer from last year, and it was decent price, but it's more expensive to game on a PC, and I would say it's also a lot harder to get used to keyboard and mouse than it is a controller, because the controller is it seems like it's simpler to me, especially if you're going back and forth. It'd be a lot harder to do that, but eventually get used to it, I guess. But yeah, what I've really been playing, as far as classes on that game is been playing Scout, Spy. I started off with Pyro. Pyro is just a really easy kit. That and Heavy. People say if you want to start off your first 10 or 12 hours should be Pyro or Heavy, just so you can get a feel of the game. And I started off with Pyro, and it was really fun. It's really easy, as I said though. Scout, you have to be really, you have to, that's the class that you're running. You have a double. I'm not really sure how much faster you are than normal characters, but you're a lot faster. Scout, you also count as 2 people when you're capturing a base, and that's really helpful. But that you have to think on your feet. You have to be quick. You get into these scout battles with other scouts, and it's like you have to know where they're going. You have to predict where they're going, or you're gonna die, because that's what they're trying to do to you. And Spy is probably the most challenging kit in the game. I'm calling it kits in Battlefield, but it's the most challenging class because you have to because you can disguise yourself as enemy players. If you didn't know, if you haven't played TF2 before, you can disguise yourself as enemy players, and you don't want to act suspicious. You also cloak yourself with a cloak, because of course it's limited. You can't it's not unlimited. You have to like use it conservatively. That's I'm getting better at Spy, and I'm getting better at Scout, and also trying playing Soldier. Soldier's another really kind of easy kit, not really like as easy as like Pyro or Heavy, but yeah, that's a really good one. I've seen that's probably the easiest one to destroy, engineer buildings, they'll build like sentries or dispensers, and dispensers give you health, and they also give the engineer like metals required to build these sentry guns and the teleporters, and you know what that would be. So yeah, I mean that's one. That's because you can kind of the soldier should have mentioned it. I forgot to mention this. You have a rocket launcher. You can blow things up with it, of course. And I don't know. I've been having most fun with Scout though, because I really do like how fast-paced Scout is. Again, you really have to think on your feet, and you have to really commit to that game if you wanted to get at it. I also bought Tropico 4, as I said. I talked about Tropico 4 a little bit in my Manhunt Let's Play. Another plug there. But that game is pretty cool. It's like SimCity, and I haven't played SimCity, so I don't really know how it's really compares to it. But you build a city from the ground up, more of a city-state, I should say, because you're the dictator of this place, and it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far. Enjoying the story. You can have their sandbox too, but I haven't really touched sandbox yet. I've just been playing the story. What else have I been doing? I've also since the same summers will happen, I haven't been watching too many movies, but yeah, I've been watching a little more movies. I've been watching movies lately. I bought the Alien Anthology on Amazon. It was $20 a couple weeks ago, and I watched first Alien, and have not watched Aliens, just the second Aliens, which is the second Alien movie I consider it the trilogy. Like there's 4 Alien movies that come in the anthology. The 4th one being Resurrection, and I don't know. I like how it's Aliens, and Aliens 3. You know, that Resurrection just seems to me like I haven't watched it yet, and I've heard it's shitty, so I'm assuming it is. But it seems like of course they added on to make money. Shit, Aliens is a very popular movie trilogy, so they just tacked that on to the end of it. So I've only watched Alien. Alien was really good. It was I don't know. I had fun watching it. Speaking of movies, I do a series where I review movies. Gotta stop talking my hand in front of my face, in front of my mouth actually, because it kind of obstructs the commentary. Not really sure why I decided to talk like a robot there, but yeah, I don't know. I'm weird. This commentary is just going nowhere. But do any of my commentaries really go anywhere? I don't. But I do a series where I talk about movies, I review movies. I'm supposed to review games and TV shows too, but I haven't done that. I'm not really sure why. But I actually have reviewed. I reviewed Tomb Raider, and I reviewed The Americans. And I reviewed The Americans, which is a TV show. I reviewed that. I think mid-season. I did not watch the season finale of that show. It was good, but it just got kind of boring because they really focused on love interest in that movie, and I really didn't care about it. If it's love interest and it works, I'll watch it. But shit, it was so boring towards the end of that season. Wow, why can't I talk today? But yeah, it was a good show. And then the love issues happened, and the main characters in that show they were a married couple. They were married KGB agents. Of course it was arranged marriage. Supposed to look like this American family, and I don't know, they found themselves having actually American fucking problems. And it was a good show, but it just got boring. I watched since I reviewed that show. I finished watching Breaking Bad, which I'm not going to do a review on Breaking Bad. I mean, we've all seen Breaking Bad. If you haven't, go on Netflix, watch the first 4 seasons. August 11th is when it was when season 5 starts over. And I'm not really sure why they just didn't. I guess I can understand why, but I think it would have been better if they just separated season 5, the first half, which happened last year, and to separate this next part of the season coming up, season 6. I don't know, but I finished watching the first 4 seasons of that. And a really good show, by the way. Also finished watching The Office. I think The Office is hands down my favorite show. It makes me laugh, it makes me smile. The day I graduated from high school a month ago, I watched that show. I was so nervous about graduation or whatever, and I watched that show and I'm like, you know what? I feel better. That show was a really good show. It makes me laugh, made me happy. Again, why they don't have season 9 on Netflix? Seriously, I know probably gonna have it when the box set comes out in September, I think. You can buy it on Blu-ray or DVD, so I'll probably have it on Netflix and I'll watch it then. But that show was really good. I enjoyed that show. And also, a show I really want to review was House of Cards. That was a Netflix exclusive show. It's also available on Blu-ray and DVD now. But that show, wow. That show is really, really fucking good. Kevin Spacey, he plays a politician, a really corrupt, not really corrupt. Yeah, he's corrupt, but he's really just an evil, vile person. And I don't know, it's kind of he gets cheated out. He was expecting to get Secretary of State. He was expecting to get that when he was when the campaigns were happening. He was expecting to get. For helping out the campaign, he was expecting to get that as a reward, but he didn't, and he was really pissed off about it, so he set his sights on ruining them, and really good. I really did enjoy. I've enjoyed the first season. I think the next season comes out next year, of course. I'm not really sure when, but I can't wait for it. That show was just the last 3 episodes of that show were just fuck. They were just really just what the fuck just happened moments. It was very tense moments in that show, and I loved it. And again, the acting, there was parts of that show where the characters did not know what was happening. Well, some of them did, but a couple of them did not know what was happening, and and the audience knew, and just how the characters reacted to what was happening. It was so good, and the cinematography in that show was also amazing. Also, one thing people bitched about that show was how Frank Underwood, which is Kevin Spacey's character, he broke the 4th wall all the time. That's when he talks to the audience, and people bitched about that. And I'm like, it fits. There's sometimes it doesn't fit, but in that particular show, it fits so well, and it made the show, and that was just part of what made the show so fantastic. So yeah, if you haven't got a chance to watch that, definitely watch that. It's also, as I said, also available on Blu-ray and DVD. So buy that. I thought about buying it, just to own it, but I'm like, that's $40. I don't really need to buy that. Again, on Netflix. But if you don't have Netflix, if you're a fan of just dramas, that shit will make you happy, because it's what it is. It's perfect fucking drama. It's perfect. I love that show. As I said, Breaking Bad too. I like that. I think, I don't know which I like more, Breaking Bad or that show. As I've already said, The Office is my favorite show, but that's a comedy. As far as favorite drama goes, I'm not really sure what I like more, Breaking Bad or House of Cards. I think, since there's so much I don't know about Breaking Bad, though, because Netflix, as I said, does not have season 5 on, so there's so much I don't really know, and I've seen recaps, but I want to see the full episode to fully understand it like everybody else did. So I got in the show late. And House of Cards, I started off with the show like everybody else did. and I'm enjoying it. So I don't know. I think that's just a question I'm gonna have to decide amongst myself. They're both really good shows, so I'm not really sure why it matters, which I like more. But so I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to discuss in this video. I'm not really sure why anybody would watch this video. I'm sure it was horrible. That commentary was a ramble. This commentary was a rambled fucking mess. I'm just gonna say it right now. But if you did, thank you. You can't take it back. That 20 minutes was mine to spend, and I spent it well. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.